So hello. I've been working on healing a lot of my trauma wounds. The things that led me to my trauma bonds, and the trauma bonds and things, and the trauma wounds I face with different things that um, I'm learning to heal certain pains and certain issues I have with, like, the traumas and stuff I've been through that have probably made me out to be a certain way out of a response to, basically, because of those traumas. Sometimes we think we are the way we are because we are the way we are, but sometimes if you experience trauma or things that cause you trauma, and you're like a trauma survivor like me, who had to go through a lot of trauma and stuff, and uh, had to live to tell, like, these really crazy tales. You realize that, sometimes the trauma that you're faced with and stuff kind of inflicts these ideologies and beliefs on you that really are not really your own. They're just part of the trauma. They're just part of the things you've gone through that have caused you trauma and hurt by trying to experience life. But working on trying to heal a lot of trauma and stuff. I mean, my mother in my history has not, my mother's in my history has not been 100% really the best. I mean, obviously, she lost custody of me in some cases, and I ended up going with the state because of her own mental health and etc. But they say everything you go through in life leads you and prepares you for your next step of your destiny, and the next step of where you need to be. So everything I'm going through is preparing me for something. What that something is, I do not know. I do not know. I do not, quite understand. But they say everything you go through is preparing you for the next step of your destiny. So, um, I'm looking at life. I'm looking at life and the way life is, and part of me is like, oh, why do you gotta go fucking find out things the hard way? Why do you gotta, like, put yourself through all this shit and have to go through all this shit, especially because of trauma and stuff, and you know better. You know better not to go down that road and stuff, but because you want to prove somebody differently, or you want to rebel and you want to go down this road of how you've gone about different things, you kind of go about them, and then you find out that shit is just not living up to your ideologies or your ideals of life and your ideals of your core values or beliefs. But yet you try to go down this road of, like, these things that you've gone down, and kind of lost people that loved you a lot and cared for you and stuff like that, because you felt like your ideologies and things were changing. And in a lot of cases, so for a while there, they had, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm fucking trying to say at this point, but I'm just kind of going through this, like, weird, personal evolution, this weird personal and professional evolution. Definitely going through a professional evolution, and it's not like I really have a choice to go through a professional evolution, because I basically am at the point now where, you know, because of, differences of opinions and people not really seeing eye to eye, especially me and my publishers. And all it is just a disagreement where people don't see eye to eye, basically. I've been told I can't have certain opportunities again. I was told I can't, work with certain people again because we don't agree with each other at this time, or at this moment in time, that we don't agree with where people stand or what we're about and stuff like that. And unfortunately, some people might not fully agree with what I'm about. I'm gonna probably be I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be a Trump supporter. I'm pretty sure this next election I'm supporting Trump. I'm sorry to tell people that, but after everything I've witnessed and everything I've experienced with, like, this cultural problem where people are making colorism and your skin color out to be a problem, and these other things that have happened, that I'm probably going to be supporting Trump. I mean, I'm most likely, 100%, not 100% sure yet, but, maybe 85%, 95% likely that I'm going to be supporting Trump this next election. So, I mean, a lot of people want to stop me. A lot of people want to talk to me and see where my views are at, see where my mind's at, and explain to me theirs, and like it's going to change my views and etc. But I don't know. I'm tired of all this woke movement bullshit. I'm tired of all the woke movement bullshit and all the bullshit that goes down with the woke movement, making white people feel like they have to feel less than because of what supposedly their ancestors did, or people that are no longer alive, basically, to really know much of anything. We're judging white people by by ancestries of people that are no longer alive, and etc. That you know we're trying to judge, white people and try to say that, because of other white people in history did this, you are a bad person, or you don't live up to our ideals, so therefore, you have to get treated some type of way, and that's just not okay by me, Um, I don't agree. I don't agree with the left. I don't agree with the left. I don't agree with the Democrats. I don't agree with the liberals. I'm pretty much, I'm hoping by the end of the year I can get some of my social media stuff worked out and get some of the more liberal stuff off my page, and try to work out some things where I kind of reinvent my life a little bit and more of my ideals of what I'm about, and kind of change some of the things I'm about, because I think some of the things were more out of trauma responses and trauma bonds and things like that. But my phone's gonna die. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. So, alrighty, I'll have to come back on later.